You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 27th of July, 2025. It is 37 days after the summer solstice. It is 57 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 9th day of Thermidor, the day of the mûre, the blackberry. The sun rises today at 5:48 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:16 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:47 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:26 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute 52 seconds, shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 10% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Friday, the 1st of August. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:25 a.m., 1 meter 46. In the morning, low tide, 7:23 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:45 p.m., 1 meter 58. In the evening, low tide, 7:54 p.m., 18 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the ginkgo biloba trees have set fruit. The small round fruits are still green and hard, and dangle in bunches from the branches of the female trees. When they ripen, they will be a light yellow or orange. They are edible, but have a strong odor. Among the Chinese, they are much appreciated, and you can often see people of East Asian heritage eagerly collecting the falling fruits at the end of summer. Commemorations. In the history of public health. On this day in the year 1377, the city of Ragusa, today's Dubrovnik, enacted a law requiring people arriving from areas where the plague was present to isolate for 30 days before entering the city. It is the first instance of an officially enforced period of quarantine to protect against the spread of disease. The law applied both to citizens of the independent city-state and to foreigners. On this day in 1794, Maximilien Robespierre, the architect of the Reign of Terror during the French Revolution, was arrested in a coup against his radical Jacobin faction. In his revolutionary zeal, he had condemned thousands to death on accusations of counter-revolution. He was put to a peremptory trial, and the very next day he himself was sent to the guillotine. The long reign of terror was at an end. On this day in 1866, the first transatlantic telegraph cable made land in Newfoundland. The cable, 1,686 miles long, stretching from Valentia Island in Ireland to Heart's Content, Newfoundland, was laid by the engineer Isambard Kingdom Brunel's Great Eastern steamship. It would enable the transmission of telegraph messages across the Atlantic, a revolution in communications. A sad anniversary. On this day in 1890, Vincent van Gogh shot himself in the chest with a revolver. The supremely talented post-impressionist painter, who was largely unrecognized in his own time, was also famously emotionally troubled. Only 2 months before he shot himself, he had been released from a psychiatric clinic in Arles. Unfortunately, his mental health deteriorated. He died of his injuries 2 days later, his brother Theo at his bedside. More annals of medicine. On this day in 1921, Frederick Banting and Charles Best of the University of Toronto isolated insulin, opening a path to treating diabetes. Today is the anniversary of Bugs Bunny's very first appearance. On this day in 1940, Warner Brothers released the cartoon A Wild Hare as part of their Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies series. Directed by Tex Avery, it featured Elmer Fudd and the very earliest version of Bugs Bunny. In it, Bugs first uses his signature greeting, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 27th of July, 2025.